Hi. It's been a while. I just have a short break. Um, I've been out in the fields, and now I'm going to do my kitchen. I put in the sink and the water. But I got a shipment from Wow HD, UK. Uh, Spilled my coffee there. So I just wanted to talk a bit about it and share some thoughts, and because I'm sort of new at this, I collect comic books, but I'm sort of just looking at my hands. I've just been out in the fields, so I'm sort of on a break with the comic books because I'm waiting for a job to come through. And when it does, I'll buy Uncanny X-Men #3. But until then, I'll just, you know, I've started watching movies again, and I found a real pleasure in that. Uh, I used to have a huge collection of DVDs, um, but I had them all in a basement, and they were all stolen. I don't know how many I had, a few hundreds, maybe 500s. I don't know. It was a good collection. I worked in a video store, and I just I just watch a lot of films, and I there's been a lot of talk about. I'll do this briefly about physical media, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube on why you should collect physical media and stuff like that. Um, I don't really care, to be quite honest. I do it because I like it. I listen to vinyl because first of all, because I love the size of these. This is not the greatest cover, but hang on a second. I'll just find a nice cover. Um, well, they're all sort of no. This is really cute. John Moreland, Big Bad Love. That's a really nice cover. That's like a you could have that on your wall. But I don't listen to vinyl because the quality of the music is better. I don't think I can hear the difference. I like the what do you call it? What's the word in English? The whole thing about getting it out and putting on the player and listening to the music, so it's not just background noise because I have to be careful about it, so the pickup doesn't break. Um, I can just see my bisons. They're standing on a hill, and they want to get into another pasture, but they have to be in the one they're in now for 4 more days because the grass need to grow. Anyway, sorry about collecting. um, so that's why I collect movies as well. I've used streaming services, of course. I don't anymore. I used to end up just sitting like a few hours just trying to find something I wanted to see, and then the time had passed, and then so I bought a player. I bought a UHD Blu-ray code-free player, and I love it. I love the fact that's the only thing I'd say now that if you're a physical media collector, you should definitely have a code-free player. Oh, you shouldn't, but it's a nice option if you can afford it, and if you're about to go out and purchase a new player, I would purchase one that's code free because it just gives you options to buy whatever movies you want to buy, and I really like that. Anyway, so the whole why physical media, or is it dying, or I don't care. I don't really care. It looks like it's on its rise right now, not from the big studios, but when when the CD player came back in the was that the 90s? I think it was. Maybe it was the 80s. I'm so old I can't remember anymore. Anyway, when it came, I stuck to records. I lost all my records too because I moved so many times and I just they're anyway. So, but I never had like hundreds of records. I'm not like I like listening to music, but I'm not a fan. I'm not I'm not a nerd about it. I just like it. Um, and I'm not like a collector when it comes to music. Well, I am because I have everything by everything but the girl. But other than that, I'm not. Anyway, when the CD came, I didn't. I stayed on vinyl, and there were some tough years. There was some years it was almost impossible to get any vinyl at all. But I just stuck with it, and then it slowly came back. And I think it's the same for physical media. I think there's a need for people to, in this world where everything is non-existent with the internet and the me and all that, it's really nice to have something that's tangible, something you can touch. That's what I like about it. I like the cover art. I like the extras on the disc. I like the little booklets. I read them. Sometimes they're very good. Sometimes they're a bit not obnoxious, just pretentious. That's the word I'm looking for. They're a bit pretentious sometimes. You can see it's a person trying very hard to sound very clever, and I don't need that. I just want to be entertained. I want some information that I didn't have before. Again, my favorite booklet so far is from V, the Russian supernatural horror film from 1960s something, from Eureka. They have this very nice booklet, and it's not really about the film. It's about Puchko. I think his name is Puchko, the Russian film director and special effects magician. And it was really informative. I really love that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna show some films, and I'm gonna tell you why I bought them. And if you have any suggestions, you can leave a comment. And if you don't. So, yeah, I need to get going because I need to finish the kitchen before it gets dark. So I'll just do this rather quickly. First one on the list is Criterion's Jubal. I watched that not last night, the night before. I never watched it before. It was a blind buy. I like westerns. This is my third favorite western. Unforgiven, Once Upon a Time in the West, and then this one. Maybe it's a fourth. The Cowboys with John Wayne. I really like that too. Anyway, it's really good. It's a triangle drama. It's about being a man. It's about keeping your word. It's about fighting desires in this world. Hang on a second. Sorry. The lead character, Glenn Ford, is really, really good. Ernest Borgnine is really, really good. He's probably the best thing about the movie. He's very good in it. Rod Steiger is excellent as a bad guy. And what's her name? Valerie French as Ernest Borgnine's wife is just smoking hot. She's really hot. Yeah, so he's a cowhand. He gets hired on this farm, and the wife of the farmer wants him. She wants to have sex with him, and he says no. But he's really tempted, and you can understand why he is. But he doesn't want to do it, And there's a really sweet story. He meets this other girl, and you hear about his youth, and it's a good script. It's a very good script. It's a good film. It's beautiful. I don't think the transfer is as good as it could be. I don't know. Maybe the negative was the picture quality is not. It's not the best, but the film is so good you don't care. If you like westerns, if you like good films, actually, Jubal is an excellent one. I like Criterion. I like them because I like I like designs. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to that. It's just they're beautiful. Um, and there was actually a booklet, and I think there are two different persons writing about Jubal, and I think it's a bit pretentious. I didn't really learn anything. It was just them trying to be clever. You know, it wasn't for me. It might be for you. You know, what do I know? There's nothing else on the film, but the film itself is enough. Love the cover. I'll do the Criterions first, actually. I got a lot of those. Um, the others, 4K. Yeah, it's 4K. I've only seen this movie once when it came out in the cinema, and it's an excellent movie. And I love this artwork. The other one from there was another 4K, a European 4K, which was cheaper, but this artwork was just so much better. I know it's stupid, but it's beautiful. It wasn't that much more expensive. Another classic, Don't Look Now. Donald Sutherland. I just watched the Arrow videos, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Amazing. Amazing. Watched this with my daughter. She's 20, but she liked it as well. It's very... it still holds true, you know. It's still... Now, it started out in the 50s with being the communists, and then it was the aliens, and then in the Abel Ferreira, I think it was, who did one as well, in the 90s. Wasn't that good? But the story is very true. Now it's like cell phones, like SoMe, like this whole life that isn't life is taken over our lives, and we become different people. We become distant from ourselves. So I thought it was very relevant still. Love it. Love Donald Sutherland. I've only watched this once when I was a kid. I only watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers once when I was a kid. And that last scene in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, when he points and screams like a pig. I mean, I didn't sleep right for years. It was good to see it again. You know, it was sort of cathartic. Is that a word? Anyway, it was a good experience. I'm very much looking forward to this because I remember seeing this in the TV. I saw this and Invasion of the Body Snatchers at my grandparents' house, and I think this is as good as Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's a poster in here, which isn't very nice. And there's some, I haven't read this yet because I haven't seen it. What I do is I usually watch the movies and then I read the notes. That's how I like to do it. Yeah. Again, beautiful cover. And the last Criterion in this run is a film that I haven't seen, that I should have seen. I don't know why I didn't. I just never got the chance. All my friends had it and saw it, and Night of the Living Dead, 4K. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I'm probably going to watch this tonight, actually. In here, there are 3 days. Love the artwork. And love this. There's a poster here. You see with all the notes. And then this is an amazing poster. I want to frame this and hang it on my wall. I love this. I like this. This is a good idea to do it like that. Maybe it's a little bit hard to read. I read in bed at night. So okay, so I got an animated film as well. Wizards from Ralph Bakshi. I love Fire and Ice. I love Lord of the Rings. What else did I see with Ralph? Cool World. I saw that in the movie theater, but I didn't love it back then. But I want to see it again. This was I love the animation. the story is a mess. It's just this. So, but it's a good animated film. The animation is really cool. So it was cheap. Sexy elves. There's a lot of death in this. So speaking of death, another film that I haven't seen ever, because I didn't go to film school. I educated myself. And most of my friends went to film school, so they've seen all these films, and I haven't seen it. So I got it, and I watched it last night with my daughter. Triumph of the Will. It's a propaganda film about Adolf Hitler, how great a guy he is. So I think it's an important movie, and I'm glad that I saw it. It was a lot more boring than I thought it would be. It's very repetitive. And again, there's a lot of parades in here, like a lot of parades. But it's just so well presented. Like my daughter said after the film was done, she was like, if I had lived in Germany in the 1930s, I would definitely have supported this. I'd seen this film, I would have gone with this movement. Like, that was before the We Hate the Jews and all that. Still, there were some tones which were a little bit, scary. But it's a good discussion point. There's another short film on this, which was done, Day of Freedom, which was done for the military. I didn't see that yet. There's an audio commentary. I think maybe I'll listen to that tonight, because I just saw this yesterday, and I'll give the Nazis one thing. They could, they were great at setting up a spectacle. And a lot of political leaders today have copied part of the whole propaganda thing was excellent. Like the whole killing and all that wasn't good, but of course. But I think you should put that aside and watch this as a historic document. Don't be scared because it's about Nazis. I didn't watch it and go, oh, they were right. It's not like that, It's not like, you watch it and you sit there in the dark and you're thinking, well, it's a spectacle, really. It's beautifully shot. I think a lot about this when I listen to politicians talk, and I talk to my kids a lot about this, why are they saying this? What do they mean? What do they actually mean when they say this? Why are they using this word, not that word, and stuff like that? I like that. I have a book, actually, which is excellent. There it is. If you haven't read this and you like words and you like the use of language, this is an excellent book. I think it's one of the best books. It's the best book I've read about language. It's how they use words. And you can summarize this up till today to why politicians are using words. Why are we changing words all the time? Whereas the minister of used to be called the Minister of War is now the Minister of Defense. It's the same thing, but there's all these great discussions, and if you watch this and read this, you'll be you'll be entertained in a sort of, I wouldn't say this was scary. It was scary that they could mount this, and if you're thinking at the time that there was no TV, there was only radio, and that was controlled by the state, then it becomes very scary, because what was the news were what you heard on the radio. So you had to be really independent thinking to think outside of the box, to go, hey, maybe this Jew thing is not really right. A lot of Germans were. I'm not saying they weren't, but anyway, Triumph of the Will. It's I'm really glad that we watched it. I think I'll actually listen to the commentary tonight. It's a really beautiful film. There's no violence in it. There's a lot of soldiers and marching and everybody's smiling and happy. It's very manipulated, but if you can see that, you'll learn a lot about watching the news today, or especially politicians, especially their election videos. You have to watch this, actually, I think. No, you don't have to, but anyway. So, I watched a Jess Franco film from Severin, because I bought it and I watched it, Pyros Lesbos. And it was very sensual. It was very beautiful. Beautifully shot. I can't remember what the girl's name was. I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, I watched the Jess Franco film. Now, maybe it was the wrong Jess Franco film that I watched. I'm not sure. It was the first one I saw. Maybe there's a better one I should see. I thought that he was very good with composing pictures. It was very beautiful, but the story was crap. It was really bad. It was. He wasn't good with story. Not in that one anyway. So, I wanted to watch another maestro, Tinto Brass. All ladies do it. And you can ask yourself, why did he buy it in 4K? Because if I like it, I have it. If I don't like it, I still have it. I'm not upgrading my films. I'm not that kind of collector. I don't do that. Unforgiven is probably my favorite film, and I'm not upgrading that to 4K, at least not yet. Maybe later, maybe if it, I don't know, not right now. I haven't seen this. I don't know anything about it except that it's Tinto Brass, and I wanted to see a film by him, and I wanted to support this called Epics. Because the thing about buying records, comic books, and films, books, also, is that you actually support. I'm a writer, and I get residuals. I'm also I write films and books, but I get money when people buy my stuff, and it helps me as a creator, because I need that money to survive, to be able to keep doing this. So I wanted to give back. Streaming services doesn't give creators fuck all. So by buying a vinyl album or a CD or cassette or whatever you're buying, or VHS or anything physical, you support the artist. And I think and you support the industry around the artist. And as artists, we need the people around us, I don't get, as a writer of books, I think it's 17%. That's the standard contract, maybe 20 sometimes, something like that. So when you buy something, I get a cut of that, but I don't get it all. If I got all the money, and you can say, why don't you print the books yourself and all that? First of all, I'm not a salesperson. I can't do that. I can't sell shit. I feel sorry for people if they have to pay me money. I'm very bad at business. Um, I've stuff for sale sometimes, and if people go, oh, I'm unemployed and I can't, I go, okay, here you go. I'm just terrible at that. I need someone to manage that part of my life. So and for me, it's too much having to do both. So I need the industry around me. I understand why people don't want to buy DVDs and tapes, and they don't have to. But if you can afford it, and if you like the films enough, you support the artist and the industry around the artist, and that's very important. Anyway, love this cover, and love this cover too. But I think this is better. But yeah, this is Tinto Brass. Anyway, I haven't seen any films with him. Speaking of, now I need my glasses. Alex de la Iglesia. I saw another Severin film by him called The Day of the Beast. Sorry, I can't remember, but I think it was. And I love that film. I had such a great time watching that film. What a script, what an idea, what a performance from everybody involved. Visually, it was a feast. Everything about it was just excellent. So I decided to buy one of his other films, Acción Mutante. It's in Spanish, I think. Anyway, I can't do the accent, so I'm very much looking forward to that. And there's one more film from him. Can't remember what the third one is. Anyway, Day of the Beast, I love. I hope I love this as well. Alex de la Iglesia. I'm a fan. Definitely a fan. Yeah. I don't watch TV shows, so I think he's done something. I don't have the time in my life. Like I'm working all the time. I'm so behind with the house, and I have so many projects that I need to write. And yeah, I'm gonna focus on the house this week, and then next week I'll do the writing. And I have some more cattle coming in, not bisons, Scottish Highland cattle. They'll have to grass somewhere. I have a small piece of land that they're going onto, but I have to, get ready for that as well. So just a lot of irons in the fire right now. Yeah, and it's spring, so I need to fix a little on my house right now. Yeah, because when the fall comes, I need to be finished with a lot of stuff. I want to be finished with the whole house inside, but my daughter is like, Dad, that's not going to happen. I'm doing everything myself, so it takes a while, and I have the animals to attend to, and the fields. I was out what do you call that? Not plowing. Well, it's the same. It's almost the same as plowing. I don't know the word in English right now. This morning, so I was up at 5, and I went out and I moved the bison to another pasture, and I moved the water, and I gave them feed, and they have hay right now because the grass is not. There's not enough grass. There will be in a month or so, but yeah. And then into build the house, and out and buy materials, and that'll take a few hours to drive and get them and drive back. And so I was just sitting down for a cup of coffee, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, talk about these films, because I like watching all you guys' videos, so I just wanted to contribute to that. And where are all my criterions? Up here. And talk about physical media, and also, if you're a new collector, there's a lot of videos, you have to see this film. You don't have to do anything. You have to love, sleep, and live. That's what you have to do. This is a good film. This is a good film as well, and this is an excellent film, Jubal. I really like this. Definitely, out of the... I haven't watched them all, but this is close to my heart. I'll watch this again soon. That's another thing, about getting new stuff all the time. I have to slow down a bit because money's tight right now. And because I'm between work. And building a house just costs a fortune, even though I'm doing everything myself, but I still need the materials, right? I have a wood burning stove, I think it's called, an old one I bought very cheap, and I sanded it down, and I took it apart, and it took me a day. It took me 9 hours, and I had a headache that night. I think it was from sanding, that, getting all the dust in, because I don't wear a mask and I'm stupid like that, because I'm thinking all the time, I'm just going to do this, for really fast, and then I'm doing it for 9 hours. So anyway, I did that. I sanded it down, I painted it, and it's beautiful now. It's beautiful. I have to install it now, and I haven't really done that before, so I might get somebody else over to help me and show me how to do it. Yeah. I like being busy, I like the work, but I also like to watch a movie, once in a while. And I like the in the morning when I get up at 5 every morning. I go in here to my office, which I still need the door, but small detail. I don't have the machinery actually too. Anyway, and I sit here for a few hours. Sometimes I write. There was a director who contacted me this morning, and I sparred with him. Ideas for a TV show, and actually it turned out really, really good. He had an idea which was brilliant, and I just fed off that. Yeah. And then when I'm done with this, I went out into the fields, and then to get materials for the kitchen. Now I have to sand down the table. What do you call that? For the wood table for the... I'm so tired. Words is just... Anyway, it's boring, but I got to do it. It's yeah. So I was just sitting down for a cup of coffee. I saw the pile of films, and I thought, this is it. This is the time. I'm going to do this, because otherwise I'm not. When it gets dark, I don't have the lighting to do this. I'm not, most of you guys are in a basement with fucking sunglasses on, which is so stupid. But, whatever. It seems a little bit silly. Yeah. No sunglasses here. The sun is not out today. Yeah. So I think I've been all over the place in this video. I just wanted to show you these films from Wow HD, and I prepaid the tax, so I didn't get the bill, which is now what, $40? I think it's $40. Like if I import stuff from the US, then I get this bill for $40 that I have to pay the government in or not the government actually. It's I have to pay this fine. It's a fine, plus 25% tax. So, but these I just paid the tax and then they ship them, and that's great. That's like OCN does the same thing. Actually, Diabolic DVD. I tried. I bought Witness the Arrow 4K because it's only out in the US. I don't know why. It'll probably come to UK, but I have it now. Great film, beautiful. I bought it from Diabolic DVD, and they used FedEx, and I think I haven't gotten a bill anyway, so I think it's all good. I think I've prepaid taxes on that as well, somehow. OCN does the same thing. Oh, but that's well, that's the thing. Oh, Jesus, I have to get going now. But last thing, um, that's the thing about Diabolic DVD. The reason that I did that was because Deaf Crocodile has moved to Diabolic DVD. They used to be with OCN, Vinegar Syndrome, and that was really easy for me because I pay shipping once. The shipping is quite expensive, $20, something like that. But I pay that once, and then I get all these films, all these partner labels. But now they split, so I have to buy from Diabolic DVD. So I just wanted to see if I had to pay the fine as well, because then you just buy once a year because it's a $40 fine plus the tax. It's chewing up your budget really fast. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you have lots of you guys out there, I enjoy watching your videos, and you're a lot smarter than me with all this. I'm very new. I'm just back into films. I knew Criterion back then. I had a lot of Criterion DVDs, but and Blu-rays. But there's a lot of these partner labels that I didn't know existed, like Severin. I thought this was with a slip, and it sort of bumped me out that it wasn't, because on the website it was shown with a slip, which is why I bought the 4K and not the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray didn't have a slip. It's not the end of the world, I just I just like the slip. And Called Epics as well. I think there's another Called Epic Tinto brass film out, but I'm gonna watch this one first and see if it's like Jess Franco, then it's fine. I've watched it. I'm probably gonna watch Vampiros Lesbos once again or twice. It's you got to be in the mood for it, because it's very stylistic. It's not very good. It's just very stylistic. Okay, that's it. I need to go to the kitchen and finish off sanding down and giving the floor oil, and yeah. Cheers. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Bye.